Hi, I'm Melanie Barr. Welcome to the She Built It Experience with Melanie. You're here because you want to experience the life and business that you crave. Join me as I talk to women who have successfully built it, a career and business that they love. We dive into the topic of how they built it and talk about everything from having the courage to make career leaps to the details of how to lead effectively, create successful teams, implement strategies for growth, and infuse tech innovation. Magic happens when we focus on the part of ourselves and our business that brings us joy. So let's dive in. Antoinette Fargo is an interior designer with experience from construction, project documentation and management to space planning, custom furniture, lighting design, and 3D rendering. She has designed and overseen more than 500 custom residential and commercial projects and has over 17 years of professional design expertise. For Antoinette, design is the culmination of over a decade of passion and commitment to her clients. Hi, Antoinette. Thank you for joining us. Have you always wanted to be a designer? And tell us about your business and the pivotal moment when you decided to have your own business and what gave you the courage to make the leap to launch it.
Thank you so much for having me. I didn't always want to be an interior designer. I sang in high school, wanted to be in the music industry. 2 years into my college career, I was lucky enough to take an interior design class. It was the moment that I walked into the Pacific Design Center and I saw these designers with their clients and taking this first design class. I just really enjoyed it and I loved all the spatial aspects of it. I started to realize as a kid, I really was meant to be an interior designer. I was constantly rearranging my room, coercing my friends into painting and repainting my walls, painting furniture. Through the years, I really did look back and realize that I think I was always meant to be a designer. That pivotal moment, deciding to start my own business, it came fairly early for me. Both of my parents were entrepreneurs. So I kind of always had that entrepreneurial spirit. When I was in college and had my own business later after working for family and friends, I went into business with a colleague of mine that worked at a design showroom with me. It was a staging company and a home organizing company. In 2011 was when I decided to take the leap. I had been promoting myself on social media and in different networking groups and had enough to sustain me and really to take that leap. I started Antoinette Designs, which was my previous business that I morphed into this one, and did that for 10 years and built a really great clientele, a great team of commercial and residential designers, and then took that and used that as the foundation for Dora.
And I love how you took your singing and your creativity and put it into homes. You're using all that creativity just in a different way, it seems.
Yeah, I love it. There's nothing else I could ever do and would ever do. And I enjoy it so much. I'm glad that I landed here. It's through those little decisions and those little moments throughout our lives that until you are looking at it in hindsight, you really don't realize that it's laying the foundation for everything that you're doing and all the choices that you're making and all the things that you're going to become. With Antoinette Designs, I was like, all right, I've made it. I'm done. And then my best friend calls me, you want to open a furniture store, a design firm, and a real estate brokerage? And I was like, hell no. And after 2 months, we'll do it. Dora is the culmination of everything I've done in my life and a partnership with one of my good friends, Troy Palmquist. We wanted to create this all-inclusive trifecta of home services. That is the beginning, buying or selling a property, whether it's a residential or commercial property, being able to envision it in a different way. Maybe you're looking at something and it's a great home except for the kitchen. So we really help all of our realtors to assist their clients in envisioning a different space, again, whether it's commercial or residential, to have a place that somebody could design the home, sit on the furniture, really experience the whole gamut of what we have to offer, a space where somebody can go and have full design services, a look at all of the furniture, accessories, artwork, lighting, and then even work with a realtor to put it on the market if they're ready to purchase something new or to purchase the home of their dreams. And then building it into the home of your dreams, furnishing it and being able to literally do all of that and walk into it and just move in. And we make it that easy.
And it's so important to be able to see things and feel things. I'm trying to replace fabric on a banquette, and trying to look at fabric online is almost impossible. And when you're making a big purchase, like a couch or something that's going to be a pivotal part of your room, you don't want to just take a chance. I mean, some things you can, but some things are just too large of a purchase, show up and you don't love it.
My tip is measure, measure, and measure again. If you have to tape it out on your floor, if you have to get 5 different fabric swatches,
good advice.
Get the 5 fabric swatches. I know your husband or your wife is super annoyed that you keep going back on the decision, but it's an important decision. Just make sure you love it.
It is. It is. I personally love design and could spend hours in marble, flooring, and construction design element stores. What is your favorite part of the design process, and how does it feel when you design a home that your clients love?
The favorite part of the design process for me is really the design process. We have concentrated it to a streamlined process, and I think that's what makes us different from all other design firms, is we do have a 1 through 7 step-by-step process that we follow to make sure that we have the best possible outcome. Inside of that design process, it's the beginning. It's assisting the client to create a budget that works for them, to draw out from them what they need and what they want. But what is their wish list and what is their needs list? What are the functionalities of a room that have to be there? Getting clients to divulge all of that information, working with them through cultivating a design that's them and not me, holding their hand through that, because so many designers design for their portfolio. Of course, I'm going to lead clients in a direction that I think is most aesthetically pleasing. That's my job. I love it to be a collaborative process. And I don't think that it's a good outcome for anybody unless it's collaborative.
And you're so right, because there can be beautiful design, but it's not functional. And that is what clients want to hear, because you're right. They want to walk into their house and say, oh, I love this, and this is who I am.
Exactly.
Not feeling like you're living in someone else's home.
Absolutely. And you'll see that in our portfolio. It's so diverse, from a completely traditional all the way to a full contemporary modern. And I've done everything in between with the client in mind. That's good design.
In construction, there are always obstacles. As a business owner, we face challenges daily. Share with us a recent obstacle and how you were able to overcome it.
Oh, I just went on the longest vacation that I've ever been on.
Congratulations.
I'm not sure that I'll do it that way again, but my team is
Where
amazing.
did you go?
We went to Italy, France, and Spain, and it was
to be amazing.
Oh, it was amazing. And we had projects going during that time. We did really, really well. However,
So how about you? I met you. Yeah. How did you do?
I was on the edge of my seat constantly. Thank God for Slack, being in that constant communication. Thank God. But I had one of our clients that were doing a wine tasting room in Los Olivos, Santa Barbara area, sends me a picture of the outdoor trellis that we designed. And he says, well, I think the color looks good, but it looks a little bit dull. And my heart sank. And I just thought, what happened? It wasn't supposed to be painted. It was supposed to be stained. You have to go to solution immediately. It's not about what happened or how it happened. It's the contractors on the job right now. What do we do to mitigate this issue, and how quickly can we mitigate it? Got on the phone with the team, called the contractor, called the architect, called our design team, and said, this isn't how it was supposed to be, but what can we do? We decided on a new color and we fixed it on site essentially within a couple of hours. The key is to be flexible. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And I tell my clients this, I have this conversation in the beginning of projects, and I call them the hard truths, right? It's things will come in damaged, things will be back ordered, things will be wrong. We will have to fix things. Things will get damaged. Unfortunately, we try to mitigate it as much as possible, and collectively figuring out how are we going to fix it. It got fixed. And is it the ideal outcome? Not right now, I'll say, but usually a lot of those things become what I call happy accidents. If something changes, you incorporate that change into your design as if it were always there.
Nothing is perfect. No project and no person is perfect, and things will happen. But I think you mentioned one of the most important aspects of leadership is going straight to the solution instead of being muddled in the details and how it happened.
Exactly.
Do you have a favorite client success story that you can share with us?
I have so many. We did a really great project for a client whose son was in a wheelchair. We were lucky enough to redesign the house completely for ADA accessibility. Every single square inch of that house, opening doorways, removable panels underneath the sink so that when he reached an age that he could do dishes, we installed a track that ran through the whole house to help with the assistance of lifting and lowering, and designing this awesome shower that has all these body sprays.
So fun.
That's
so
probably
nice.
one of my greatest client success stories, because the functionality and the change to our client's life, to all of their lives as a family, was the most exponential that I've ever seen.
Magic happens when we focus on the part of ourselves and our business that brings us joy. What is one way you can share with us that you find and live your joy each day?
Working with clients is my joy for sure. And working with my team is my joy. Design and construction, especially, is really a taxing job. Early in my career, I actually found out that construction management is like one of the top 20 most stressful jobs. This is under doctor, lawyer. And I'm going, why didn't somebody tell me this?
And it's so much to remember. So many details.
It's the little moments. And I joke with my girls. I do a lot on Zoom now, being back and forth between California and Washington. And honestly, we celebrate every win. We celebrate every little thing. Oh, the chairs came in on time. Yay!
I know, you don't know how big of a thing that is. It's little, but it's also big.
And it is.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Antoinette. Can you please share with us how and where we can find you?
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It was such a pleasure. You're such a doll. I can't wait to see all that you do. And I love that you love design. You can find us at bydora.com, and that's BYDOORA.com, or at our online shop, which is doracollective.com. On social media at dora.designs, dora.collective, and dora.properties.
Thank you for joining us today. I'd love to hear from you. Reach out to me at hello@shebuiltit.com, on our She Built It website, or at She Built It on social. Thank you to my editor, Rich Streffolino, who always makes us sound good. Until next time, let nothing stop you from experiencing the life and business that you crave.